The jewelry was here.
I understand you brought the Polaskis to the United States.
I went and signed the paper.
What kind of paper?
It says Hans Wilmar would bring this woman to America. That I would see the government did not have to give her charity to live.
I see.
In about a month, maybe 2 months, they come. Mrs. Polaski, I liked right away. She was a nice woman. Tomorrow, she could come back to work.
But you didn't like Bertha?
It is difficult to say you don't like a child. In the good book, it says a good tongue is the tree of life. Bertha had a bad tongue, always making trouble, fights between Anna and me.
How?
Telling Anna lies about me. She just didn't like to see people happy.
Then you never did get along well.
I tried. As the Lord is my judge, Mr. Matthews, I tried. Like my own flesh and blood, I treated her. Anna was a wonderful woman. 24 years we married. Even Anna does not like Bertha.
Mr. Wilmar, Bertha told me about that night you found her in here.
She did? Maybe she's finding out it is better to suffer from truth than to grow rich by lies. The book of Proverbs.
She told me that you kissed her, she slapped your face, and ran out of the room. When she returned, the police were here and you had her arrested.
Bertha told you this? Before I go to sleep, I kiss Anna goodnight. Do I need to kiss Bertha too?
What did happen that night?
It was late. I come home. In here, I hear the noise. I came through the door. Bertha was there holding Anna's jewelry. I said nothing. I thought perhaps she wanted to look at Anna's jewelry. What could it hurt?
And then?
Maybe she saw me in the mirror. Quickly, she ran out.
Well, why didn't you stop her?
Oh, I couldn't. She went out the door.
But Bertha told me that door was always locked and that nobody had a key.
Why should it always be locked? It's the door to the bedroom.
Bertha Polaski facing deportation was a human interest story, and the local papers made the most of it. Naturally, they were sympathetic. So, a few mornings later, when I returned to the city jail...
What can't I do for you today, Mr. Matthews?
I'd like to see the crime report on Bertha Polaski.
Just a minute. Chief, it's your friend, Mr. Matthews. He wants to see the crime report on Polaski. Right. He says it's okay.
Thanks.
Because you're entitled to it. Here, I guess you can find it yourself.
Thanks.
Oh, he's coming right out.
Thanks again. Two questions on the crime report are, is this property insured? If so, by whom? Wilmar had told the police the jewelry was worth $5,000. I wondered how much he had insured them for. I made a note to write to the insurance company back east.
You still got time for your clients?
Why?
I figured you spent all your time at press conferences. I see by the papers we arrested another poor innocent victim last week.
If you're talking about Bertha Polaski, I think she's going to be another one of those 8 out of 100.
You know, you won't believe this. But after reading about that poor girl last night, I cried myself to sleep.
She says she's innocent.
Then why did she refuse a polygraph test?
She refused?
We offered her one.
I'm going over to see Miss Polaski now. Why don't you come along?
All right, I will. And if she did it, I'll have a confession out of her before we leave. Before we go any further, how do you rate him as a lawyer? He only defends people without money. How much did Wilmar pay your mother?
$100 a month.
4.5 years, that's 54 months. That's better than $5,000. Didn't she save anything?
Mr. Wilmar took $10 a month.
For what?
To pay him back for our fare on the boat.
Well, that still left 90.
But he also took $60 for me.
For you?
Yes, he said it cost $15 a week for my room and board.
Well, then he actually only gave her $30 a month.
Yes.
Where did you hide that jewelry?
I didn't take it.
Then why wouldn't you take a polygraph test?
Do you know what a polygraph test is?
No.
A lie detector test.
Oh, yes. Is that what you meant?
Well, that's why she refused you. She didn't understand what you were talking about. Are you still willing to let her try one?
Yes, this afternoon.
Do you agree to take the test, Bertha?
Yes.
We'll make arrangements for this afternoon, then.
Now, you'll remember to answer yes or no to each of the questions I've already read to you.
Yes.
Ready? Remember, yes or no? Were you born in Warsaw, Poland?
Yes.
Are you 18 years old?
Yes.
Did you steal the jewelry?
No.
Is your mother in America?
Yes.
Do you know who stole the jewelry?
No.
Did you eat breakfast this morning?
Yes.
Have you told me the truth?
Yes.
Did you come here from France?
Yes.
Were you born in Poland?
Yes.
Did you steal the jewelry?
Yes. I mean, no.
Are you 18 years old?
Yes.
This tape on the polygraph machine is recording the inner feelings of the subject. Each question is answered.
Is your mother in America?
Yes.
Did you steal the jewelry?
You've asked me 10 times already.
Yes or no, please?
No, no, no.
I think that'll be enough. You can come in now.
What did you find?
Now, these are the critical questions.
About the jewelry?
Yes. She denied stealing it, and even later on when she got flustered. The graph kept a level pattern.
Then she's telling the truth.
No doubt about it.
You see, Mr. Matthews, I told you, I told you. Now can I go?
I can't release you, but this might help you.
Will you tell my mother?
About this, yes. Where is she working now?
Oh, she has a good job now. Much better than a housekeeper. She went to work as a waitress and they made her manager over the whole place. It's a big restaurant called the Blue Tiger on First Avenue.
It wasn't exactly the type of place Bertha had described, but her mother was important. She ran the donut machine. I have some good news for you.
They are letting Bertha go?
Well, not quite that good. But they did give her a test, a lie detector test, and it shows that she was telling the truth.
Then why they will not let her go?
Because that's not enough.
2 chocolate.
I went to the man at the immigration.
George Dunmore?
He says he can do nothing. If they say in court Bertha is guilty, they will send us back to France.
But not the both of you.
If they sent Bertha, could I stay here? For what?
Okay, chum, break it up. On the ball, kid, on the ball. The donuts, get with it. You ain't worth a dime to me unless you're hustling these donuts, understand?
Perhaps I'd better go, Mrs. Polaski.
Mr. Matthews, first tell me, you talked to Mr. Wilmar?
Yes?
Why is he telling lies? Bertha, she told you something? A thing I don't know? That old man, he tried to touch her?
I think I'll be going, Mrs. Polaski.
Tell me.
Oh, I can't, Mrs. Polaski. What a client tells an attorney is like what a patient tells a doctor, a secret.
All right, Mr. Matthews. You don't tell me nothing. By myself, I'll find out.
Mrs. Polaski.
You saw the paper?
That thing is only a machine.